Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is PD Proudlock, and I'm delighted to be back on YouTube after this time. Last week, I was dealt with some really sad news indeed of the passing of me granddad, and it's been a really tough time for me so far, but thanks for the people that follow me on my social media, have sent me really nice comments and messages, and I appreciate all of those. And being told is to try and just keep strong during this moment of time, which I've been trying to do so as well, and I cannot thank you enough for that. And thank you so much for being supportive of me during this during this tough time. And so, as I said, it's delighted to be back, and a couple of things we're going to be talking about in this video. Mike Ashley, about what he's been doing, or what he tried to do during this lockdown that we're currently under in at this moment of time. And also, again, even though I don't like talking about them a lot of the time now, because yeah, we know what happens at the very last minute. And yes, it is the takeover that is supposed to be hopefully, which will want it to happen. There are some Newcastle fans that are still being skeptical about this and just trying to remain patient until something is actually officially done. Then they'll get excited by then, including myself as well and other Newcastle fans out there as well. So on to the first one, which I talked about, was Mike Ashley, about what he wanted to do during this lockdown that we're under because of the coronavirus situation that's taken so many lives away to people. And it's really heartbreaking to see that, and particularly with the death rise going up as well. And yeah, very hard, sad, particularly for families as well, indefinitely. So, started off when Big Boris decided that the lockdown was coming into place, that all non-essential shops will be closing, and only essential shop for that's like food, medicines, etc. were to remain open as well. And also the people that are key workers to the country as well, who work and stuff like the NHS, the emergency services, or any other business that is unable to work from home because it's impossible to do so, would only be allowed to go to work for that, and their business was to stay open. But what did Mike Ashley wanted to try and do? No, he thought to himself that his own company, Sports Direct, thought it was essential for it to be open, because we know all that this moment of time, all the Newcastle fans, that this man only cares about the profit he makes. Definitely. And he wanted to keep his shop open, and a lot of fans were just absolutely outraged by when that bit of news came out that Mike Ashley thought it was essential to keep Sports Direct open because he would lose a lot of profit at this moment of time. Just show the bloke only cares about money and himself a lot of the time. So it all got addressed when the Newcastle Labour MP Chion Wura addressed this situation in the House of Commons, and she said that not all businesses are following the rules, and I am talking about Mike Ashley, who is forcing workers into empty Sports Direct shops. And then she said, what is his message to those who's not following the rules? And then big old Boris came out with the response to that the instruction to the gentleman in question is that all business is to follow what the government is saying, is to follow the rules, or indeed expect the consequences, indeed. So that probably left Mike Ashley feeling really low down that day. Unlucky pal. Yeah. And also Matt Hancock, one of the health secretaries, he came out with a speech as well, saying that sports shops are not essential shops, and therefore we will be closed. And we've been seeing what's been going on around with the whole Sports Direct situation. I've wanted to try and keep that open, and we will be immediately closing Sports Direct down. So yeah, again, definitely left Mike Ashley probably again feeling very low that day. Again, unlucky pal, because as I said, yeah, the only bloke only cares about what he makes, doesn't care about all his staff in any of his businesses at all, pretty much at this moment of time. And not just coming out of Sports Direct, but also when a lot of clubs at first were putting all their non-playing stuff on a furlough leave without any pay and that to rely on the government to pay the percent wages, a lot of clubs decided to make a U-turn on that for the likes of Liverpool, Spurs. Bournemouth announced it yesterday as well. But one club still hasn't done that at this particular point, and that's Newcastle United Football Club. Mike Ashley placed all non-playing staff on furlough leave without any pay and had made them to rely on the government to pay the wage when they clearly know the man's a billionaire himself and cannot do it to his pocket himself, because we all know he's an absolute parasite, not only just to his other businesses, but to indeed my beloved football team who I support week in, week out at this moment of time. And it has left Newcastle fans disgusted, and it's made us hate this man even more. And hopefully some of the other people now are now waking up and realising why we hate this man so much now, definitely. People like Rio Ferdinand saying we should be thankful of this guy. I don't think we should be thanking him. We should be saying to us, thanks for the so far 13 memories of absolute misery at this football club that we've had, definitely at this moment of time. And also other people on like big TalkSport and things like that who have been trying to stick up for this man. Well, so hopefully now they are realising that why we absolutely hate this man, because the bloke's nothing more than a greedy fat prick. So there you go. So there we go. That is that subject done on Mike Ashley himself. So on to the other one, the final one. And that is indeed the takeover that gets linked with what we always get linked with so many times. So this is where it all started yesterday. Breaking news on Sky Sports is that the PCP Capital Partners will have been in advanced talks with Mike Ashley to buy Newcastle United Football Club. Definitely. Price that Mike Ashley's agreed around about the 300 million mark, which is around about 40 or 50 million less than what he was originally asking for at this moment of time, because I think this has got to do something as well with the whole coronavirus situation as well, where at this moment of time, like a lot of business are losing a lot of money. So it looks like it's definitely affecting Ashley business so far. So it's thinking if this takeover does happen, is it a way that Mike Ashley can get his quick escape route out of this football club? Pretty much so. And it also being stated within this takeover that Prince Mohammed bin Salman, who's also the controller of the Saudi fund, will hold 80% of the Newcastle United shares within the club. And also this woman back on the scene again, Amanda Staveley, to hold 10% as well of the shares, and also majority of the running of the football club as well. And also the other final 10% to be held by the Reuben brothers, David and Simon as well, who also have properties up within the area. For example, the racecourse, the city racecourse, which they own. And yeah, and it says that if this takeover does go through, there could be a lot of investment around at this football club, because we are dire need of massive investment at this moment of time, because we're being starved of it pretty much because of Mike Ashley's neglect of the whole football club as well. We can only spend what the club has generated so far. Do I think this takeover will happen? I really hope it does, but as I said, until something officially gets announced, I'm always going to be stayed skeptical at this moment of time, because we know we've been down this route so many times before, and you know what has happened at the point where they thought the Binzai group, like say, they thought they were going to finally take over the football club until it didn't, and then it was actually Rafa Benitez was to leave, and then everyone just lost hope in that straight away. But hopefully, fingers crossed it does happen, but I am still being skeptical about it at this moment of time. But we're praying it does go through and we could just have new life at this football club, because we desperately need it. We've had nothing but pretty much of 13 years of misery under Mike Ashley, pretty much, we've maybe had one season in the Premiership of finishing fifth. The majority of the rest of them have all been in relegation battles, staying in the Premier League, so Mike Ashley can get his TV money, Premier League money at the end of the season, definitely. But I really want to hope that this takeover really does want to go through. But until something, as I said, does officially get announced, I'm just what you call playing it safe at this moment in time. So let me know in the comments section what you think about this. What do you think Mike actually tried to do during this lockdown, this moment of time when he wanted to keep Sports Direct open? And he told he was not allowed to. He placed all non-playing staff within the football club on furlough leave without any pay, and they had to rely on the government to do that. And will this takeover eventually happen? So let me know in the comments section what you think as well. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to give this video a like, a comment, as I said. And if you haven't checked me out before, please make sure you do hit the subscribe button as well. As I said, it's good to be back on YouTube after the tough time I've had so far last week as well. And I hope you're still doing your bit during this lockdown because of the coronavirus situation, which is to stay at home, protect our NHS, and save lives. I hope you are still doing that at this moment of time where we're still under these strict circumstances still. And I shall see you all here. Take care of yourselves. Great to be back.